All right, let's have a look now at blockbusters and the evolution of blockbusters and the whole grand scheme of graffiti. So, in about 1972 in New York, there was Blade, and he was known as the king of graffiti. And the reason why he was known as the king is that in 10 years, from 1972 until about 1982, he bombed over about 5,000 subway trains throughout New York. So he was originally from the Bronx, and he was in a crew, and it was really famous, known as the Crazy Five, which was written as TC5. So Blade was the one that was credited of doing the blockbuster when he began to cover large areas on trains. So again, we got to remember that the purpose of a blockbuster was to cover up as much as an area as possible, as quickly as possible. So doing the block letters lets you do this. So he did use spray paint and paint markers. Nowadays, sometimes paint rollers are used because it's cheaper than spray paint and it covers a larger area quicker. And of course, it's easy to fill in like block areas with the paint rollers. So he's still active as a graffiti writer today, and now he's showing his work all in galleries. So one of my favorite graffiti writers is who works now. His name is Ben Ein, like benign. I don't know what his real name is. So he's actually from London, England. So even though graffiti is sort of an American invention, it's spread all over the world. Now he works in London, England, and he works exclusively in the blockbuster sort of style. And so he did a whole thing where he painted over all the shutters in all of the stores in London, and he did about 60 different stores, and that's where he sort of got popular. So he does consider himself a graffiti writer, but a lot of his work is considered beautiful, and it's not necessarily considered vandalism. And this is from the public. This isn't from other graffiti writers. So he's very clear that the way that he works is that he works with the graffiti mentality, that he is a vandal, that he's doing it without permission. He's not a street artist. He's not doing it with a political statement. He is just trying to get up, just like other graffiti writers. So, but the thing that's different about his stuff is because he works in these block letters, it looks very similar to advertising. So, because it's not abstract, like we see in some graffiti, the public isn't afraid of it for some reason, and they see it. They can't really necessarily tell the difference between that and vandalism, sort of like graffiti in disguise. So they don't associate it with graffiti. So that's sort of the gist of the evolution of blockbuster style. Okay, so let's look at some of the blockbuster terminology in the next video. All right, thanks.